It is how it do what it does. February 13th, 2024. DaamnKam here, coming with a little bit of damn talk today. We actually heard about a female shooter, and this was something that totally just got past our radar if it were not for the main vein news and those close to us that actually watch it and fill us in. Apparently, Houston, Texas, a place called Lakewood, saw a 30-something-year-old female with her 8-year-old son enter a church with over 100 people gathered for service, and she had a long rifle in her trench coat as well as a .22 caliber pistol. Now, the .22 caliber pistol apparently never came into play, and the long rifle turned out to be an AR-15 that she purchased apparently legally, although we have a hard time believing that, back in December. So 3 months ago, she purchased this AR-15 style rifle. There's reports that she has domestic disputes on her record with her husband or former husband, as well as documented history of mental health problems. We also heard that she did let off some rounds, but this is what we heard. There were 3 retired police officers attending service that day, and at least one of them was armed because they shot her. Now, I believe they killed her. A man, I don't know if it was a cop or not, but a man was shot in the leg, and we don't know who shot the kid. But unfortunately, this woman's 8-year-old son was shot in the head. And he's alive. He's in critical condition in the hospital. The guy that was shot in the leg's been released. There was a Palestinian sticker on the butt of the AR-15, reportedly, as well as some quote-unquote Zionistic or anti-Zionistic writings. We don't know if that was on social media or what. This is interesting for sure. It kind of shatters the demographic. Usually these incidents are carried out by men, and the media likes to cover when these incidents are carried out by white men, especially if it's a white cop. We will definitely continue to hear more and more of it. But this time it was actually a female mother. Not just a female, this was a mother, okay? A mother with her son going into church to carry out a mass shooting. There's a lot here. We're going to hear more about this in the days to come. This is a developing story. It seems like, just based on our brief research on the tube of you, that there are a few points of contention. There's some evidence, or at least some facts, that sort of contradict one another, and we think that it's damn worthy enough to want to stay up on it and really not let this story get buried. We don't know if any of you remember last year there was a shooting at a school that was carried out by a transgender woman and another female shooter. So the demographics are getting broken. This one was a biological at birth woman, however you want to classify that in your own pronoun log is up to you. We just ask that you remain open to whatever comes out of this story, and also don't let it get buried, because the manifesto that belonged to that shooter last year, the transgender woman, was not only talked about relentlessly by the media, but it was never released by the police. And then they finally, like months and months later, you're able to go on and see excerpts of it. As far as we know, the whole manifesto was never released. And, you know, I mean, maybe that would be something that would be pertinent to any sort of law agencies that are trying to prevent this sort of thing in the future, or maybe it's relevant to the schools where policies may or may not have sparked that outcry, or at the very least, it's definitely relevant to we the people, us who are free, law-abiding citizens of the United States who should not have to be living in fear when we go outside of our property, or even on our property. If you're living in some of these blue states, like here in Hawaii, we hardly have the right to defend ourselves on our own property. We are expected to retreat. So yes, the divide is sharpening, and we're seeing these absolutely heinous, just horrible acts carried out. Unfortunately, this one was stopped before it could really get carried away, but the audacity, the lack of principality, the fill in the blank that this woman possessed, or that possessed this woman, for her to bring her son with her to carry out this shooting. The very least, that is culturally relevant, and we should not just let this story get buried or be overshadowed by the media's choosing. Anyway, DaamnKam, that damn talkspot.locals.com. Unrestricted talkspot. Come join the community. It's absolutely free to join, but if you want to holler at us, as the kids say, or if you want to actually correct us, maybe throw your 2 cents in, tell us why we're wrong, you can do that too for as little as $1 a month. In April, the official podcast is actually coming out, and yes, prices will increase, but join now. You might even be able to get on the damn talk show, that damn talk spot, and talk to yours truly, DaamnKam, here in the Isle of Big, that is Hawaii. As always, try giving a damn.